Hello everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Journals and welcome back to my channel and to another memory plan with me video. I am using this Sunset Vibes kit from Plannerface with art by Coffee Doodles Co. It is obviously leftovers to memory plan the week of the 5th of September in my 7x9 Tilly Journals, which is my shop planner. I also have this extra full box I've pulled out here and my stickers pulled out in my Plannerface reusable sticker album, a DPR for Plannerface, so you can use Tilly10 to save 10%. I get a discount for promoting her stickers. I also have this foil bundle here from Scribble Prints Co, which is in sparkly gold. You can see it there. I am affiliated with Scribble Prints Co, so you can use Tilly10 to save 10% at Scribble Prints Co as well, and I receive a commission for you using my code there. I also have some extras, so I have these sort of line gold hollow things, sparkly hollow food. I have sparkly gold from my shop as well, a couple of sheets of that, some sparkly gold there, and I've obviously used some of these sheets to pull out my stickers. So that's what we have. Lots to be working with. Not quite sure what I'm going to use yet, but we'll get there. Without any further ado, I'm going to speed up and pop the base of the spread down. Okay, so whilst I pop the base of the spreads down, I am going to start answering some questions. So if you have any new questions for me, drop them down below and I will add them to my list of questions that I'm going to answer. And I will be giving people who drop a question a shout out here. So the first one is from Becca Friend Kiss Kiss, which is Becca. And she said, interested to know what other job you would do if you weren't doing what you do now. So if you mean if I wasn't doctoring, I would take my business full time. However, in the interest of fairness of answering this question, I'm going to assume you mean if I wasn't doing either of those things. So I'll talk a little bit about what I do if I like taking my business full time. Isn't something I actually want to do. I actually really love doing medicine. I do want to go part time and I do want my business to take some of that time up. But I also want to go part-time because I want a family and things like that at some point in my life. However, like my business being a bit more not just weekend stuff would be beautiful, so I could have my weekends back for other stuff. But anyway, but if I wasn't a doctor and I wasn't doing YouTube and my business, what other job would I do? So there's only two other jobs that I've ever wanted to do in my life, and I'm not sure which of them I'd do, and I don't know what else I would possibly do at all. So the other two jobs I've ever considered in my life, for a very long time I wanted to act. I actually applied for the role of Lyra in his Golden Compass films when they came out, so I was 11 at the time. I actually got really far. I met Nicole Kidman in the audition. Like, I got that far. I think I got down to the last 3, but unfortunately didn't get the role, though actually that film was terrible, so maybe that was a blessing in disguise. And that actually taught me that I wasn't cut out for that like constant auditioning life. I wasn't cut out for that like competitiveness all the time with like not knowing when your next paycheck was going to come in, etc, etc. I just couldn't deal with the unpredictability of being an actor full time. So that's kind of that on. But I would love to do it, and I do wish I was still singing and acting and things, but I'm not at the moment. I just don't have the time or the energy at the moment. But hopefully maybe one day I will get back to that, but we will see. It is something I do want to go back to singing lessons and things, but anyway, that's a little tangent and not to go off on right now. The only other job I've seriously considered doing is teaching, or doing something with maths. Maths was always my favourite subject at school. It's the only subject that really comes naturally to me. It makes sense and it's logical. It just clicks in my brain in a way that it doesn't for a lot of people. And I would love to be doing something involved in maths. I don't know what, but that would be the dream. But yeah, I don't know what that would be. I've considered teaching, but then I think the problem with teaching maths is that, like, as I just said, a lot of people don't really want to do it, and a lot of people don't really enjoy maths, and I would find that quite difficult, so who knows. But anyway, the long and the short of it is something with maths, maybe teaching, don't know. Okay, so there we have the base. I haven't bougied up yet because we don't have enough bougie boxes, so we have like one to go in these 4 boxes. So I think I'm just going to do it as we go along, and I will potentially pull in some half cut headers and stuff as well, but we'll see how we get on. But for now, let's zoom in and get on with Monday. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to mark on Monday is having some cuddles, and I'm going to try and start days off where possible with a half cut header, just to try and like use a bit of space up. So that's there. And then I'm going to mark in our morning routine. Doing my morning routine. So here I'm going to pop down, I think I'm going to pop down a bougie box to take us through the next bit, but we might cut that off at some point if we need to. So my morning routine is going to be free floating. That's partly why I wanted that in. And not quite free floating, we're going to pull in a layering functional, which we're just going to use this paint splatter from the sparkly gold from mine. That's there. And then I did some designing on the iPad, which I think can go in a 3rd box. And just because I'm trying to like conserve 4 boxes, bougie boxes, I'm going to cut this here. Basically, the sooner you peel it up, the easier it is to peel up. So we'll pop in a 3rd box next for that design in, and then pop this back down there. So for that, I've just got a little icon and a design script. Then I recorded the voiceover for my sped up sticker organisation video. It's just going to go in here. Little voiceover script. 2, 3, 4, 5. I maybe didn't need this day extender. Let's just see how we go on. Then I did some designing and watched TV. I think I'm going to pull in a foiled 3rd box, and again we can conserve some bougie here. Just because I've got so many day extenders and I don't have spares of my underlays yet. I will at some point, I don't yet. Did that cut properly? Yes. Probably could have cut off a little less, but that's fine. I'm going to pop that in there. View. And that's just for designing. Then I took a nap ready for my night shift, and that can go on a layering functional, I think. Whoops. And then I had the idea for Sochi's planner, which is essentially a Christmas, and what's the word? I'm making him, I don't know whether he's in earshot, so I'm just like looking out the window to see. The plan is to make him a planner of our first year together as married life, like a memory planner, and this was when I had the idea for that. So just got that there. I've only got 2 more things to mark in this gap, so yeah, I could probably have used some smaller bits in here and not done that. So I don't really know how to fill this much space. So, because one of them's just work, which is not very interesting. I was just going to mark in that I was excited about this idea. So let's just pop in the last day extender. Oh, there's a tiny gap there, isn't there? Okay. This time. So for being excited about it, I think I'm just going to have to use this appointment label, and then hang on, but I am going to cut this. I know I'm being a right pain, aren't I? Just going to cut it there. My aim is to like get all the cutting done early in the week, and then we can just put the rest of the bougie boxes down and be on with it. So we're just going to put this back in there. And then for work, it was a night shift. I kind of want to use a square box, but then I'm going to be a box short, aren't I? Because there's only 3 of those and you do 4 night shifts. And it is quite gappy, but also I feel like that's my best bet. So we're going to do it. So I just need to cut off this. This is really tricky because I'm trying not to cut the day extender. Do I love it? No. Do I wish I'd changed this for a 3rd box? Yes. Can I do it now? No. So I do also wish I had a larger work sticker, so let's find one of them. So for work, I'm just going to pull in at this dyno, and I'm probably going to need the big dynos further along. It was a night shift, so it makes sense. It's nice and big. And then we've got that there. Is that a bit cluttered? Yes. Do I care? No. So that is Monday, and this isn't folding very well because of that bougie box being a little bit too long, but it's fine. I had to be careful cutting it. Okay, so Tuesday is going to be a little bit trickier, especially now I've decided I'm using it. I mean, lest I don't mark work in the same way every day. That might be the way forward. So Tuesday, first thing I'm going to mark in was that I was absolutely exhausted, like unbelievably tired. So I'm just going to use a little thing for that. And then there I had a myoclonic jerk, which is essentially like when you jerk yourself awake in your sleep whilst sitting in the mess before handover. And I mean, I could cut even between these, but I'm not going to. Then when I came home, I watched an episode of The Vampire Diaries and ate some cereal. Then I sorted out my kits. Why did I do so much before I went to bed? This is the real question here. I don't know the answer to. And that's a rounded off box. I feel like I should have cut this at some point, but I haven't, and we've got to. You know what? I'm actually going to, though. I'm going to cut up because I really want to get as much of this spread done. Like, I want as many of the bougie boxes down as I can without having to cut up. So I'd rather just cut tons at the beginning and then not have to cut anything later. Like, I know that sounds bizarre because it's just like front loading all the work, but it's just so I can relax into the rest of the spread. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm just going to peel these back off here. Sorry if this is annoying to you, but we're going with it. So again, we're just leaving a nice little gap. Then cutting. Could I cut a bit closer? Probably. Am I gonna? No. So it's there. Because there's a chance we could just use like one day. It's only one bougie box on this day if we're smart about it. I don't know, it doesn't feel like you've cut these boxes when you cut them. I don't know why, but it doesn't to me. Oh, that needs to go down first because it's a rounded box. Stupid rounded boxes. There we go. And this bit isn't straight. Ugh, why am I like this? Why am I like this? Can you see why people moved away from half cut headers? Also, maybe I should just get more bougie boxes. That would be the way forward. Anyway, then I'm going to mark in sleeping, which we're going to do with a foiled functional. Which is the other reason I decided to do this, because I wanted to put this foiled functional in. And the way it was going, it wasn't going to work. So that's in there. Then me and Soch had some cuddles after I woke up. again. I know. Why am I like this? Who knows? Because I don't. Or I didn't cut that very well. That is not a straight cut in the slightest, is it? Oh, it's actually not as bad as I thought, but I'm just going to turn this around. So that's for cuddles. Then I went to work. Do I have space for the squared off box? Do I? Yeah, I do. So we're going to save this bit for later and put in a full one. Say we're going to pull in a full one. We're going to cut a full one off right about here. Okay, to make my life easier. And then I'm marking in something that happened at work. Oh, that we managed to clear the board, which is pretty impressive a task, to be fair. Quite want to use a sparkly quarter box if I can. Does that fit? Not quite, but would it if I squidge this up ever so slightly? Yes. Cool. So, oh my god. Right. Let's go again. We're squidging this up a little bit to there, maybe ish. There. Is that better? Yeah, perfect. And then we're just going to cut off this little bottom bit. All of the bougie. And then this will go right at the bottom of the day, and we'll just straighten up this squared off box. Beaut. Right, let's actually put some stuff in this because I've already forgotten what everything is. So, Super Sleepy, My Planet Jerk, Vampire Diaries and Serial. I've messed up my sides. Sorting my kits out. Can I turn this around? Yes. Taking a nap. I'm so annoying. Having cuddles. Then work again. Again, I pulled out a smallish sticker and we're just going to switch it over to a bigger one and a work script. And then for beating the board, I've just got this little once more with love sticker. Cool, so we're doing pretty well. So on to Wednesday. First thing I want to mark, I want to cut this first. I want to cut this in half. And should I do this with my scissors? Probably not, because I've learnt my scissors don't cut this very well. But we're going to do it anyway. And we are on to the dark pink. And I was getting really stressed about my business, essentially. So that's for stressing hard about my business. There. And then I was really spiraling. So we're going to put in a bougie box. And I'm going to mark in that I was stressed out. I think I might use a flag because I can with a stressed out script. Then I'm going to mark that I was in my head about the whole situation, in my feelings is actually what I'm going to mark. And here we can do another little cutty, can't we? This is just how to preserve your, when you're doing day extenders, how to preserve your bougie without having to buy extra. Is it the easiest thing in the world? It's actually not that difficult, but does it take a bit longer? Yes. But is it worth it? Again, probably, because I would have used, what, an extra 3 or 4 bougie boxes on this spread otherwise. I don't know. You can decide whether it's worth it to you. Then I had a sleep, which I kind of fancy using this paint swatch for. But it's the wrong colour, so we're not going to do that. But we do have the right colour paint swatch. I just picked up the wrong one. Good. Sleep in. We can't cut underneath that because we can't because it's not full. And then we're going to pop in eating dinner with Soch. Oh god, I'm trying not to cut my ruler here. I don't think we're going to fit in a squared off box for work this day, but we'll see. So that's in for with Soch. Then I had a chat with him about money, because I wanted to lend my business some money after my little crisis of confidence in the morning. I think I'm going to have to pull in another squared off, I'm going to try and pull in the other squared off box. I'm just going to put that there for now. So I need a dark pink squared off box, which there isn't one in this kit. I was going to also add in at the bottom that we won against the board again, but I think I'm probably just going to leave that and instead just cut this off. Do I regret that decision? I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay, so then I just haven't put that we won against the board again. Could I squidge this all up and fit a little thing in? Probably. Do I care enough to do it? No. So, this sticker up here is for being in my feelings. Then, for sleeping, am I going to cut her legs off? No, actually, she fits pretty well. And that's partly why I chose that character, that paint swatch, because this was a sleep-in script and I've cut off the in, if that looks a bit funny to you. Then for eating dinner with Soch, I've just got a dinner sticker and a with Soch and script. That could have gone free floating, but too late for that now. Sorry, I'm not very well and I keep having like waves of pain / nausea. Then talking to Soch about money, and then for work, I'm trying to finish off sheets, but some of them just are not my friend, so just going to go with this one and a work script, and that is the first half of the week. We are getting there, my friends, we are getting there, and we will turn over and get on with the second side. As you can see, this is folding much better now. Look at that shine. Oh, it's just stunning. Cool. Okay, on Thursday, and we're sticking with dark pink, I decided to do like a mirror ombre thing here. Actually want my patterned box. Yeah, we're going with that. And I just got that little coffee cup. Then I slept, and I think that's going to go in a half box. So again, so we're going to pop in this bit of bougie box, but then we're going to cut it in half. Why I've turned my planner when I haven't been so far, I don't know, but I did. I chose to. We won't be turning my planner again because I much prefer not. So then to mark in sleeping, I've got this here. Then I had cuddle time with my mum. So this is where we're going to pull in the next bougie box. And we do still have a full 8-9 after this, so we are doing it good. And we're going to use a layering functional to mark in that I had cuddles with my mum. So she came over and just said hello, and we had a bit of cuddle before I got out of bed. So I just got snuggle time and with mum script there. I do want to lift up that snuggle time to go over the with mum. That's better. So I've got snuggle time with mum there. Let's pop in our sleep in sticker whilst we're here. Again, this is a sleep in script that I've cut off at the beginning of. Okay, so then we had noodles, which can go on a little thing, I think. And again, just for the sake of trying to preserve as many full boxes as we can, I'm going to cut that off. Oh my god, it's starting to stick, this one. This is why I do it like this and I don't put them all down at the beginning, because you can see how well that's stuck. Oh, it's split weirdly. Oh god. Oh no, I've like destroyed it. I don't even know how I've managed that. Anyway, so we'll deal with that in a second. Mark in having noodles, and whilst we were eating noodles, it was announced that the Queen had died. So there was that. Not the like nicest news to wake up to, but I mean, it wasn't completely unexpected. I feel like this is a big deal, so I'm going to use a third box. Like, I'm not a royalist, and it's not like, I don't know, I'm not going to go into my feelings about the Queen. I have no strong feelings about the Queen, to be fair. Oh, I do, but not really. So it doesn't need to be explored right now in this video. The point is, she died this day, and that is an historical moment, and I feel like it needs to be well recorded in my planner, but I didn't really know how to mark it, so I've just got this little heart there. Okay, then I was going to mark in work, but then I have 2 other things to mark after that, so it would again be another dark pink box. I don't think I do have another dark pink box, that's not the problem. It's whether I can put in this box and another 2 things is what I don't think is going to happen. So I think what I'm actually going to do is jump down to the bottom and mark in the 2 things I want to mark in there. So I've got this tiny strip of bougie here, which actually I can probably cut in half, to be fair. Why am I like this? Cool. There. So the last thing I want to mark in is that I had a nap in the doctor's mess, which is a bit shook that I managed to have a nap, which is why I'm marking it in there. And then I'm going to pop this little strip in, and I'm going to mark in that we won against the board again. And then in this space here, does this box fit? Not quite. Does, what else do we have in dark pink? That's about it. Would a third box fit? Yes. So I'm going to do, and I'm going to use this third box as a squared off box. What I'm going to do is pop it down. It's what, 1.6 wide, which is about here. So just before that dot, around that dot. I'm just going to cut this off. Get rid of that. Do I love it? No. Is it fine? It's acceptable. Whatever. And I'm just going to pop in work with a big dino. Do I love it? No. Do I hate it? Also no. Do I kind of want to cut this? Oh, am I this petty? I kind of am though, aren't I? I much prefer that. I know it looks very literally different, but it now looks more like a squared off box that's just a bit small. So I much prefer it. Cool. Was it extra? Absolutely. Do I care? Also no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we are nearly there with not needing extras, but we are not quite there. So we are just going to have to keep going for a few minutes. So that is for beating the board and for my nap in the mess. Beautiful. On to Friday. So, I'm going to start off with one of those half cut headers I cut ages ago. And the first thing I'm going to mark in is doing some journaling. So I hadn't done very much of my journaling for the week in my like extra planner. I don't really share it on here, but so I did a bit of that. And then I took a shower and washed my hair. And I was going to use another half cut header, but I don't seem to have cut them very well. It's fine though. Just because I'm just going to use another little thing immediately, and I just thought I might as well not waste a full bougie box. And then I did my morning routine, which I think I might pop free floating. So this is when we're going to pull in the next bit of bougie box. We've still got this little segment from an earlier day to finish. It's got a bit of printing from earlier, but that's fine. So for my morning routine, I'm going to use this heart layering functional, which is going to go nicely over this there. And then the next thing I'm going to fill in is packing orders. Kiara darling, can I have my desk back please? Thank you. For packing orders, I think I'm going to bring in a half box. Cute. Get that works for me. Could I put that free float in? Absolutely. Do I regret not? Yeah. But it's too late now. Then I'm going to pull in another bougie box, and I'm going to use the full one here. And because this is a rounded off box, I do just have to peel that up a little bit. Just still got like a tiny half over there, and that's that sheet done. I'm going to pop in my morning routine script because this looks really empty to me right now, and also my wash hair script. View. Then I did a bit of editing, which again I kind of want to put free floating. Do I? No, I'm going to use a paint. The paint swatch is in this colour, so I'm going to use the paint swatch there. And again, I can't cut that down because of the paint swatch not being completely like either side. Then I did some present buying. It's a couple of people's birthdays not long after this, and I haven't bought their presents yet because I am a bad sister and friend. It's my sister's birthday on the day I'm filming this, and like it's like 8 days after this. That's one of the presents I bought. Have I given her presents? No, but I have them. So that is for buying presents. Then I went over to my mum and dad's house and we did some guide planning, which I think I'm going to go put in a third box. So again, just going to keep playing this game because we are nearly there at being able to not do this. In fact, we might be there. I think we might be there. Cool. Anyway, so that's for guide planning. Then I pulled stickers. I think I'm going to use a circle icon, which I'm going to lay it with this. I'm going to pull stickers script. View. Then where are we at? I don't know why I've not put this in for the guide planning. I'm getting quite bad tummy pain. Yes, I am. Next, I'm going to mark in foiling. I feel quite poorly. I'm not very well at the moment, and I'm having like waves where I feel really quite unwell, and I'm having one of those waves right now, which ain't great. But we're just going to try and muddle through because there's not much left of this plan with me, but if it gets worse, I'm going to have to go and have a lie down. So that half box in for foiling. Then we cooked dinner, and I'd quite like and had some planning time to end the day. So can I fit a quarter box and a little thing in is the real question here. The answer is I'm not sure. So Sorry, I'm just trying to work out where to cut this. Right about there. Again, problem with quarter boxes being the roundedness. And I probably didn't need to cut that big. Do I regret it? Kinda, but it's fine. Could have saved a bit of this, but I haven't. It's fine. That'll do. It'll just do. At this point, I'm like, whatever. So the bottom of the day, we're putting in the planning time, and I'm hoping a little thing will fit in that gap. It will, but it might look better if this is pulled down a bit. Oh my god, why? Okay. I'm so close. Put this back down. This will fit, I just need to make it look better than it currently does. That'll do, that's fine. Okay, so for foiling, I do just have a foil script and a little foiling mink machine there. And for cooking dinner, I just have an icon from the foil bundle and a cook script. And then for TV and planning time, I got a couple watching their TV and a planning time script. Cute. Okay, so now we are on to Saturday and our 4-box day, which is looking like this. And I pretty much have enough to do complete 4 boxes. The only problem is, obviously, I don't include headers, so we're not quite there, but we basically are. So I'm just going to speed up real quick and pop these bougie boxes in, and I'll be back with you in a moment. So let me know in the comments down below, do you try and conserve your bougie boxes and make sure that you cover every last inch, or do you just buy extra sheets and spare sheets, or use other underlays underneath the extenders? Let me know how you deal with it in the comments down below, because this may not be the best way, but this is what I do at the moment. When they're like my underlays, it's a bit easier because I have extra bits, but this is what I'm doing for the moment. And I'm not sure it's the best option, but it's what's working for me. Okay, so that is Saturday and Sunday all filled in, and oh, I would really like this foil to be showing off better than it is. It is absolutely gorgeous when it catches the light right. It's just, well, it's not catching the light right very easily. Anyway, sorry, I'm really not feeling great. So, that's all of that used up. So, let's get on to Saturday. So the first thing I'm going to mark is that I slept in, and I'm actually going to start off the day with a little bit of layering, because why not? So we got that there, and a sleep in script. And then we're going to mark in my morning routine. We are on yellow. I was like, what colour are we at? Should have been able to tell by looking at my leftovers what I've got left in the kit, but I didn't really look, so. Okay, so then for my morning routine, just got the usual bits and pieces. Then I'm going to mark in doing some cutting, and I think that can go in a squared off box if it will fit, which it will, just beautiful. So for that, oh god, just got this little silhouette, which kind of didn't really go where I intended it to, and a cut script. I've just realised I never put in my work script sticker here, and that'll help cover up that it doesn't look perfect. And I didn't put in my morning routine script up here either. There's not much yellow in that top box. Oh, I'm sorry, you couldn't see that. The next thing I'm going to mark in was that I was annoyed and frustrated at silver foil because it wasn't foiling very well. It just was not being my friend. So for that, I've just got this here. Then I put together the sampler bags for the PVC sale, which has now finished. I believe it finished yesterday when you're seeing this video. I don't know whether there are plans. I currently don't have plans to extend it, but if other people are, I may well extend it. So go check out my socials and you will find out. Then I sat and worked on organising Oops bags. I wanted to keep making stickers, but unfortunately that's fine. I wanted new toner because part of the reason I feel like things weren't foiling very well, I needed new toner for. So yeah, that's there. Then we drove across to Leeds for my husband's cousin's party, which we're going to mark in next. Yep, that's fine. Yep, so this is for driving across to Leeds. And then for the party, I don't really have anything big left. Oh, we can just use the sparkly box. That's fine. So for the party, I only have a little icon as well. That's probably not smart. Let's grab something better. So I'm going to put in this Winnie the Pooh little birthday balloon, and he's going to have another balloon in Sparkly Hollow at his other side. That's better for the party. Then at the party, my cousins, my cousin-in-laws, my cousins, whatever, however you want to refer to them, wanted us to get Be Real and Snapchat with them, so we did. Then we had birthday cake, because when in doubt, have cake is a great motto in life. There. It's going to be a very boxy little segment, but that's fine. Then we're going to mark in that we were just chatting and, you know, having fun. Cute. I've just not got any scripts for this day, that's the problem. There. And then I'm going to pop in a little thing down at the bottom for driving home and singing in the car, and then I was just going to see whether a flag would fit into this gap. And that is just, the flag is just to say that I actually really enjoyed the party. I was kind of dreading it, I'm not going to lie. I wasn't that keen. I find social gatherings hard sometimes, and I wasn't in the right frame of mind really this day, but actually I really enjoyed it. So it was just really nice that I really enjoyed it. So I think the icon I have for this isn't big enough. So I'm going to use this, I'm going to pull in this emoji sticker, and he's just going to have a little star layered with him for actually enjoying the party. And then for driving home and singing in the car, we just got a little house sticker. And that's Saturday, so on to Sunday, which is our last day. We are smashing through this now. I mean, the footage is long, but the footage is always long. So on Sunday, the first thing I'm going to mark in is my morning routine. So I just want to see that shot. I think I'm going to pop that free floating, or pull in this little hexagon, I think. I just moved my neck way too fast, and now I feel really sick. Good. Anyway, sorry, I'm not very well, as I've said. Morning routine. First thing we're marking in. Then my husband was like, Soch was like, my dad's going to come over to help with this thing. I was like, what? And it was like I'd just been told he was coming over. I was like, oh, not prepared for somebody to come to my house. I wanted a restful day. But anyway, it was fine. I was overreacting, but it happened. It's fine. Then I finished sorting out the rest of the new releases. So foiling the rest of the new releases, and I don't love how this has gone down. So for that, I've just got this little printer and a foil script. Then I sat and was choosing kits for a certain something that I have previously mentioned in this video, but I don't want to say very loudly right at this moment in time. There. Then I want to mark in that Soch was working on the manifold, which is what his dad came over to help with, which is essentially the like hub of the underfloor heating is how I understand it. So that's going to go in here for him working on that. And then I spent absolutely forever working on listing photos, and I was going to put this in a sparkly box, but the sparkly box is right next to it, so we're not going to do that. So instead we're going to use a layering function. We're going to use the flag, and I'm going to layer it on my hand because I want to optimize the amount of sparkly around it. There we go. And the listing photos, its script is on clear paper, so it can like layer over the dino, so it's fine. Cool. Then I designed the Booze and the Pews logo for my sister, which is the beer festival she organises there. And then I wanted to mark in that we were having a video call most of the day. So this was with Beth and Soph, and Amy was in it for a little bit from our Discord, some of my Discord pals basically. We were doing a like body doubling. Sorry, Soph's being really loud, one sec. Sorry about that. If you heard that noise, my husband was just running the blender for a sec, but sorted now. So I'm just adjusting these stickers a bit to make this fit a bit better. So we've got this little thing for designing the Booze and Pews logo, for being on the video call with my friends most of the day. So it was Beth and Sophie, and some of it Amy was there. I've still got 4 things to mark in this box, so we're going to see how much of that we fit nicely. So first up, I wanted to mark in filming, and that can go on some sort of layering icon. I think this, oh my god, this hexagon, except I just ripped the sticker in half. I'm really struggling with pain in my back right now, so sorry if I'm not making words very well. So that's there, and then I did some filming, which can just go on another little thing. Is it deserving of more than a little thing? Probably, but yeah, no. It's not going to. And then watched TV and did some planning. Just going to go on another little thing. And then I was organising the oops, which I'd quite like a quarter box for. This is like a slightly chunkier quarter box, and it actually matches the bottom washi, but it's pretty similar to that pink, so we're going to go with that. So we've got for tidying / cleaning, we've got this spray bottle and a clean script from the foil bundle. For TV and planning, I surprisingly have a TV and a planning time script. Shock horror. Who knew? And then for sorting out the oops bags, I've just got this squitch from Stick with the Planco, and that is everything. And I'm going to go take a quick breather and then write everything in. Okay, so there we have the finished spread in all its sparkly gold glory. This is honestly, it's absolutely stunning. Oh, I'm obsessed with how this has come together, and I have been like recently absolutely loving the 3-header look, but actually I really love in this one that it's not the 3-header look and that it's like just free. So I don't know, I just keep switching between those. So here's what we have left in the kit, which is as usual not very much because of how I use kits. There is a very little left, but that's there. And then in the foil bundle we equally don't have that much left. I seem to have used most of the 4-box overlays. We've got those headers left, lots of scripts and stuff which we'll keep, pop those into D-stash. We'll keep those and that, and obviously these as well for any further sparkly gold spreads we do. So comment, like down below if you enjoyed this video. What do you think of the sparkly gold and this kit? I think it pairs beautifully. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Sorry that it's a bit all over the place and that I've been complaining of pain, but yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye!